3 weeks into the start of the term, Garrett quickly walks into Mariana's room, placing the last bag of clay down. The other bags have already been opened, the materials mixed with blessed water, sweet-smelling herbs, and blood. Garrett winces as he looks down at the palm of his hand, where the wound has already closed to the faintest line, thanks to the healing salve. The memory of donating that much blood is slightly unsettling, especially in contrast to the utter calmness on Mariana's face as she took another knife and cut into her own palm, combining their life essences. Mariana has spoken little, aside from instructing him to retrieve 8 bags of high-quality clay from the greenhouses, without anyone knowing. The spell she placed on him rendered him hidden from plain sight while he carried out his task, ending just as he returned with the last bag.
After ensuring that everything is properly mixed, Mariana takes the lumps of clay and begins to form a humanoid shape. She takes a knife to her hair and cuts off a couple inches, adding it to the dome of the clay head. As she works, she finally asks, "Do you know your true name?"
Garrett frowns. What do you mean?
Mariana sighs, but it's not a sound of irritation. Nonetheless, she elaborates, "A living golem can only be brought to life by a true name. The magic is strongest when the true name is representative of all of its creators." After she is done shaping the clay, she wipes her hands off with a towel and tosses it aside before reaching for her phone and tapping on the keys. "Your name means spear strength, and it's Irish in origin," she informs him without looking at him. Mariana taps away again, her eyebrows furrowing as she reads the information on the screen.
Before Garrett can ask her about her true name, she says,
"Well, name this one Zale. It's Greek in origin, and it means strength of the sea."
Does your name relate to the sea? Garrett finally asks timidly. His eyes widen when the corner of her mouth curves upward in rare amusement before she responds.
"Something of the sort."
He watches as Mariana leans over the clay form to draw a sigil into its forehead. When she is finished, she stands up, holding her hands out over the form as she commands,
"Your name is Zale." The sigil begins to glow, and as the magic sinks into the living golem, the clay figure distorts, features becoming sharp and realistic until they form an exact replica of Mariana. The living golem's eyes open, and the figure takes a deep, shuddering breath as it comes to life. It sits up, looks at Garrett and Mariana, and then repeats obediently, its voice a perfect imitation of Mariana's. "My name is Zale." Welcome to Arcadia Academy, the elite school for magicians. Here, we teach our students to prepare for battle like Athena, but fight like Ares. All of our students have the opportunity to learn battle magic should they choose. But remember, great magic requires sacrifice. Hi guys, and welcome to Arcadia Academy. I'm Kelly, your DM for this campaign. Joining me today are Betty, who plays Cassandra.
Why, hello there.
You know, David always cracks up listening to your intro.
Why? Am I too happy and peppy?
No, because it's Star Wars.
Ah, I see.
Cecil.
I wasn't even trying to make that reference, but you know, now I am.
Oh,
Okay.
I see.
Cecil, who plays John Baptiste.
Good evening.
Caleb, who plays James.
Hello, hello.
Logan, who plays Demetrius.
Hey, everyone.
Nick, who plays Alex.
Hello.
And occasionally we'll be graced by Rosie, our resident Catdragon, who is again napping on top of my ottoman right next to me. So maybe. So guys, what happened when we last left off?
Yeah, what
Well.
happened? Someone tell me.
We just need your hair. No questions asked.
no question.
No. I need to know the story.
All right, so James talked to his inner self. That sounds like a really bad what is it called? Like the those tapes you used to listen to, and like be at PC inner self and all that crap. Anywho,
What
James
you
talked.
listen to when you're in detention.
Yeah, exactly. James talked to that, and he was able to identify a weakness in the wards and in her door, Mariana's door, and he has a way to bypass them and get in and see what she's hiding. To make the key that will turn off the wards, he needs hair from three different people. So thus, the hair. This is where the hair part of the
Okay. And it
episode
was
comes
very
in.
specific with the type of hair you needed?
Not type, just three different sets of hair.
Okay.
So
Sure.
James will be one of them. He will implore us the rest of the party to scrap up enough hair to where I can make this key so we can get in.
And it's a lot of hair.
Before that, we were trying to trail Mariana, like we
Oh,
have
yes.
been before. Found out that she can go somewhat invisible. We don't know how she does it. She just does.
Well, you guys have your suspicions.
Trailed her around. Yeah, we have our suspicions, either by her discipline or by a spell. We found out that her door, compared to everyone else's, including Mariana, not Mariana, Cassandra.
We don't even start with the same letter.
Cassandra's door, and Demetrius's door, both of which should be more heavily guarded, which are heavily guarded in comparison to ours. Mariana seems to be like a bank vault in comparison to everyone else's, the grand bank vault. And she seems to not always go to class. We don't know why. And the barriers that she has up on these doors are to keep anything and anyone from entering. So we were trying to figure out what exactly they do.
Question.
Yeah.
Have we noticed her skipping more than one class?
That was that was my thing. So, because we're starting to run low on everything that we are doing with her.
Mm-hmm.
So what I threw out to the group of people, but no one we haven't made an agreement on what to do first, is that we continue to tailor. I'm going to continue to just say, kind of just be friendly towards her during the next few days. Like just saying hi. I want to continue to plant seeds of that I'm continuing talking to her, but not making her pissed off. So so that she has a somewhat of a trust for me, because at least one of us needs to be. And also, I asked JB if his imp, I can't remember the name of it. Nisbet, yeah. If because he can't see invisibility, but I wanted to know if she leaves the room in the middle of the night. So even though he can't see invisibility, he could see if the door opens. And I wanted to see if that would be consistent throughout the nights if she does go out at nighttime.
I like that. I also would be interested to see if, like, because we know that she skipped the one class, if she continually skips like a specific class or a class at a specific time would be interesting.
That too. But we should technically know that, right? Because we all go to the same classes, so we should know that she's not in classes, right?
And since we have been trying to keep an eye on her for a while, have we noticed any weird patterns with her skipping classes at all, DM?
Not particularly, but as we are continuing immediately right where we left off, are you guys attempting to create this Gordian key, or are you guys like putting it off for like 6 months from now? What's going on?
I told James wants to shave everybody's head off.
James never said that.
How much hair do you need?
Like, quite a bit.
Yeah,
three
quite a bit. You need enough to. You
Um,
need like
but
approximately 12 inches worth after you braid everything together. You
But
need to be
I-
able to
12
weave it to
inches
create
worth
the
of hair
key.
after you braid it together. How thick does this braid need to be?
It kind of needs to hold, so as much as you need.
so my thing is we can go because I found out there's a magical barber in
Oh my
town,
god.
and where does the
Really?
hair go?
So
The
Betty,
hair
this
needs
is
to be
kind of
cut.
where we left off. It was
Yeah.
them debating, do we
Okay.
steal hair or do we just cut everybody else's that's available?
Okay, hold on. You need the entirety of the braid to be 12 inches long, correct? It just needs to be a braid. It can be like a super fine braid, correct?
It needs to be thick enough to weave.
To weave?
Yeah, see,
You're taking
How
this
does he
hair
work?
and you're turning it into a you're making a knot with this hair. That in a specific pattern that James's theurge is telling him. So what is my exact wording?
We need like exact sizes here.
Yeah.
You were not given exact sizes. You were told this key must make the symbol with locks of hair from 3 different individuals. The locks of hair must be woven together, intertwined, and there must be enough to weave.
Okay. So I guess like what Cassandra's thinking or is like you can braid hair together without all of the strands being the same length. So like it's fine that like my hair is or Cassandra's hair is the longest and would make up most of it because like there should still be hair within the braid from 2 other people. I'm assuming if the spell works that way, or do you need it to be like all long hair?
All I
It's
was
not
told was
really
3.
a spell.
What?
All
It's
I was
not
told
really a spell,
Okay.
sort of.
And you were told that it was
that it had to be from 3 different people. That's it. That's the only like real stipulation.
Can we trust this information? It seems odd.
Well, I mean, yes. Do you trust me?
That's a good question.
It is.
That's what maybe we should start tailing James.
Because the thing is, like, yes, I can get you enough hair for that, but I'm just wondering, like, if it has to all be long, like 12 inches, does like all 3 have to be long and 12 inches? Because then we would need to go steal hair or ask for donations.
Well,
I
see, that's
think-
what I was thinking. Maybe we can be magical plumbers, go into people's rooms, clean out
Ew.
These
These
all the
magical
girls-
plumbers are not what you are
Ew.
thinking. Good lord.
Ew.
No, because
Hey, you don't give us any information to go off of. This is exactly what that we were doing. Yeah, we just think, magical
Okay.
plumbers.
Go on.
Okay, so there is a barbershop, correct?
James, your
Yes.
theurge, as you guys are talking about this, pops into your mind's eye and goes, what is taking so long? It does not take that long to collect hair.
Listen, we're kind of idiots at times.
apparently
Okay.
people have rights.
Apparently, it does not require that much effort. If someone has shorter hair, you collect a little more. If someone has longer hair, you collect less. Altogether, you weave it and then you create this symbol. And again, the symbol, the Celtic knot, like flashes, the image of the knot flashes in your mind's eye.
Okay. All right. Okay. Hang on,
All right, how much do we need, James? I'll give you hair from the underside of my head so that it's not a
All
bald
of it,
spot
Betty,
on the
all
top.
of it. Since you asked.
12 inches total.
I would
So,
be
Yeah.
willing to get an undercut if needed, but I don't want to.
Does Cassandra have 12 inches of hair? I imagine she
Cassandra
does.
has
but-
long hair.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
we need 12, we
I-
need
I've
12
been-
total.
I've been wanting to shave my armpits.
So
So
do
yeah,
you?
it doesn't need to come from your head. Ooh.
It,
Do
it
you?
doesn't say. It doesn't say.
No,
Oh
so
my
I'm asking
God.
Demetrius, so are you actually going to shave your armpit hairs and donate that to the key?
So something like
that's cool.
I just put a
Just the fact that
picture
James
in-
has to touch it.
Yeah, James is not happy about the fact that
Just
James.
don't tell him where it came from.
Look, let's all go in our rooms. I will volunteer as one as long as I don't know where it came from as long as it was hair enough.
Oh my god.
Someone's
Go.
gonna unzip their pants.
Yeah, probably so.
Oh
But-
my.
You know, hey,
Good lord.
This is a
Ig-
PG show.
look, ignorance.
Are we
No, it's
PG?
not.
Are we?
We are not.
Oh my god, guys.
Ignorance is
Okay, so
bliss.
who's the third person donating hair? It's James, Cassandra, and who?
Then I guess Alex.
What about Alex's girlfriend? She needs a haircut.
Rude.
Hey, stranger, how do you feel about donating your hair to a cause?
Oh boy.
How fast does, just for the fun of it, I'm just curious, how fast does mail work in the magical world?
Male?
You,
Mail.
it kind of depends.
Is it like Amazon Prime?
Something like that. JB, so as it's only been like half a day, Nisbet does not really have much to report.
Well, there shouldn't be anything to report. The idea was to have him hide out at night. I want to follow up on that idea and give instructions.
Oh, gotcha. So you want to tell Nisbet what to do?
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay, sorry. I thought when you said follow up, I thought you meant like,
Right. Well, we talked about it initially, and then it got into hair chat. So I just wanted to not forget that John Baptiste has an imp plan.
Okay. So, quick sidebar.
My room is within 100 feet of Mariana's room, so that means that I could talk to my imp. What I would like to do is have him hang out invisible, and if the door opens in the nighttime, I want him to pop inside and let me know what he sees in there.
Okay.
That's my plan. I just don't want him to observe silently. I want him to let me know that the door is opened, and I want him to try to sneak in.
You said
Ooh.
within 100 feet?
100 feet.
I'm getting like 120. How are you measuring this?
You are correct. I was looking at the room where everybody was in, not my own personal.
So, if you were in the corner of your room, that's like just about 100 feet.
No, I'm going to invite myself into Cassandra's room and
That's fine.
tell her I
Cassandra's
need
okay with that.
to camp out here.
Heyo.
Okay, that works.
Ooh, question, raising hand.
Yeah.
Do we? Okay, so we don't know if we don't have any confirmation that she is a light bender, whatever.
Nope, none of you guys have walked up to her
Okay.
and said, "Hey, can you do this thing with light? Because I've been
Yeah.
wondering about you."
No, but how well do we know that type of magic? Like, because if she can bend light, does that mean she can also see light? And if she can also see light, does that mean the imp is in trouble?
You do not know.
We'll find out.
Okay.
You wouldn't have any reason to know. Nobody in your family has ever had that ability, as far as you know.
But I would assume that it would be a powerful one.
I'd also like to point out, before you get too in the weeds on this, nobody has seen John Baptiste's imp. He's mentioned that he has one, but it has not been. Nobody on the school, let alone this Scooby-Doo gang, has seen it.
Yeah.
That's a
Fair
perfect
enough.
way to yes, I love it.
All right,
Yeah,
I got the
that
next.
is-
I got the
Okay.
title of this episode: Scooby-Doo Gang.
Oh, that's amazing.
Okay. That was my only possible withdrawal from that, but other than that. So yeah, hair.
So we've gone from Open House Part 1, Open House Part 2, to Consent and Hair Thievery and Scooby-Dooby-Doo. I like it.
I like it.
Also, let's go back to the mail thing, just for the fun of it.
Probably it would depend. Like, think of how the regular postal service works. There's like regular speed, and then there's like express, and then overnight express. But also, I'm sure there are spells where you can instantly teleport for like a pretty penny your mail or what you need.
Because I was thinking,
But also, like if you order from the Magical IKEA catalog, you press on the thing and it's instantly delivered.
Yeah.
does the hair have to? Does everyone have to give the same amount of hair?
I think it just has to be equal to the dimensions. So
Well, like if someone gives like a huge chunk of hair and then one person gives a strand, and another person gives a strand, and you just tie that all together.
I think that's the
That's what
idea.
I was asking.
James?
But
As you guys are continuing to debate this, you almost feel this like exasperation coming from your inner theurge, and your inner theurge goes, I may not have a body, But even I wouldn't be taking this long to collect hair. What would you do if you needed to craft a more complicated spell?
I'm saying steal it.
Probably the
Great
same
question.
thing we're doing right now.
Okay, the thing
You
is,
take
like,
a pair of scissors or something sharp, you bring it to the nearest person and you cut their hair. There are several people around you. You have enough hair to do this.
I think if you relay all of that, then I'm going to say I
No,
think
not-
it doesn't. Oh no, you don't relay it.
No,
You
no,
just
no,
feel
no.
like
Never
your inner
mind.
theurge like all exasperated.
Yeah,
Like if they could
yeah.
facepalm, they are facepalming.
Yeah, got it. Like very huffy. All right. So let's let's table the amount of hair needed discussion for now. When should we try this B&E to see what she's doing or hiding? That's so.
Well, that's why we need to know if she leaves at night,
Yes,
because we need to know when she's not there.
correct.
How
Yeah.
long after you create this will it be effective? Well, if you create this key,
Yes.
would you have to use it right away?
Self.
I require an entire scalp of hair at the rate you're going. I don't know how much more clearly I can convey this, but
How
I think
long
you were
does
a
the
lot
key
smarter when you were asleep.
Getting real sassy to myself already.
When you need to craft the Gordian key, you collect the hair. You collect the hair, you weave it. It's that simple. And then you create the knot, and then that's it. It would literally take less time to do all of that than for you to decide from which source are you getting your hair from.
Big copy. So let's table that again and say that we can do it pretty much instantaneously from when we just say, let's just say 10 minutes for me to create the key and such.
Okay. But so it will take 10 minutes to create the key, sure. But once you create the key, then do we have to use it right away?
Yeah, is it like then and there, or can we make the key now and wait until
Mm-hmm.
we need it?
Mm-hmm. I'd rather not give up double types, like my hair twice.
I say we should just probably wait until we need to use it, then we make it, then we use it. It's probably the best way.
When we
Okay.
have an idea when we can actually get in.
Correct. We should probably. So, John Baptiste, do we know that we have your imp as a scouting tool?
Yes, you
Okay.
asked John Baptiste, and he agreed that he would do this.
Got you. Cool. So,
And then
He's
invited
already
himself to
camping out in
Cassandra's
Cassandra's
room.
room and
Yeah.
all.
right. Yeah. Right. So I say we take maybe one minimum night of observing, maybe two to be sure, of seeing when she leaves. Is she bringing anyone back with her? Do a full recon and see when's the best time that we can safely break in without arousing suspicion or getting caught.
The only problem I can think of that can occur is how do we know when she enters and when she leaves? Because she might be invisible.
Well,
surely the door opens and closes, right? Like
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
how
she
many
can't-
times?
she can't
So-
phase through the door.
so the thing would be, or the way I would say would be, that if we have a schedule of when she does this, I assume she would be invisible going and visible coming back. But all we need to know is when that door opens and when that door closes in that time frame. And then after that, whenever we have a moment, a time of when this is going to happen, we either have James tail her because she's invisible, or stand guard at a certain point to just watch out while we go and do this, and then he can do his, or Cassandra can talk to him, the mind or whatever, while she's in there and let them know, and bam, 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 everything's done.
Is seeing invisibility that's on self, correct? I can't cast it on someone else.
I don't have
Let-
that.
Let me see.
That
Yeah,
is
self. Yeah, range self.
not.
That.
It is the range of it is yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, cool. Well, that's what I did. Don't go.
I love
So how
calling it
many evenings are you guys trying to devote to this? Like, you guys said 1 to 2, but I need you guys to like pick one.
John
If you guys
Baptiste,
are trying to notice a pattern versus if you guys just want one overnight thing and take chances, what's going on?
John Baptiste is going to do this at least twice. The first night he's going to try to see if it's successful, and then after that he wants to talk to the team about a plan that he has, depending on the results from the first night.
Sounds good to me.
Sounds good.
Also, yeah, but I mean, even though we don't know that James's inner self is talking to him, he seems very pushy and wants to do it now. So I'm kind of curious on why that. But I don't even know that.
Why do it now? Reasons.
Reasons? No. Very true. But yeah, I say
But-
we spend it at least 2 nights. 1 trying to see if it's possible, and 2 getting an actual like
And
stakeout /
in worst case scenario, if she doesn't leave the room at night, we know she's not going to be there during school days, or during school time, because she'll be in class most of the time. But we'll know if she is in class at one point, she'll be in that class for about an hour, and we can have 1 or 2 people leave and say they're sick or whatever. So that's a side thing.
Is there time for Cassandra to try to look into Mariana's discipline using the library of no answers? But maybe the library will give some
True.
answers this time.
So you're gonna go to the library.
I will attempt to.
You're gonna roll me some sort of investigation or research check to see what you can find.
And I get advantage on that because background.
Okay, so roll.
I'm gonna do investigation or history.
Okay,
Doesn't matter. Don't care.
you can choose.
Okay. Let's do that. 23.
Okay, so you don't really find a specific book on Mariana's discipline. You don't even know the name of the discipline.
Yeah,
However, as you're flipping through like a general text on different types of disciplines, you do see a section that catches your eye, and it's called Lux. And the description reads, "The Lux are known as children of the stars. A person, human or not, that is light embodied. Their understanding of the photon state and quantum mechanics isn't a craft or technical skill, or even an art form. The Lux perceives light as an extension of themselves, and thus there are no greater masters or manipulators of the electromagnetic spectrum. They can blind an entire room with a flash of light, or simply vanish, cloaking themselves in an instant."
Okay. Is that the only thing that I see about Lux? I didn't find anything else.
There's not like a list of specific abilities if that's what you're looking for. Like, it's not like a data sheet like Pokemon.
Okay, that's what I wanted, but that's okay. Okay. Cool.
That would be funny if there was a Pokemon card with Miriam on it and has like
Oh
HP
my
points.
god.
She's just a Pokemon. Oh my god, guys. I fixed it. Solved it. I would also like to see if I could find a book about the Valentine family. If I don't have time, that's fine. I can look some other
You
time.
wouldn't find a specific book on the Valentine family, but you did pick up a book during your interlude about like noble houses and such. So the Valentines
Okay.
would have been mentioned there. And there would also have been a note probably in that section about like certain noble families such as the Romanovs and Valentines basically own the copyrights to their own families. So that's why there are no books outside of their personal libraries.
Oh, that's really annoying. Okay.
Oh, can
Yes?
I butt in for a second? I apologize.
Yeah,
Since we're
yeah.
taking multiple days, Demetrius would like to. How much hair are we getting? Okay,
Oh my god.
this is important.
We have enough between us. We'll be fine.
Mm-hmm.
With the 3 people that we have.
Who's the 3 people?
You, Logan,
Alex
you're gonna
James,
shave Demetrius's head.
I'm not shaving his
Done deal.
Alex James, Cassandra.
Okay.
We
Is-
have enough between the three of us.
Okay then. Never mind then. Disregard everything I said.
Oh my god.
Were you
you
gonna ask
planning a
home
heist
for
that had to
hair?
break into, like the barber shop?
No. I was
You
gonna ask
talked
my
about
I was gonna ask my girlfriend if she would cut her hair and then mail it to
Wow.
me.
So I want to retcon that because let's say you do that, she's going to respond immediately. No dumbass would voluntarily give up their hair for a spell with which they don't know the consequences. So I hope that you're not doing that, Demetrius.
Of course not. But I mean, I don't mail anything to her. She doesn't know. That was
Okay.
just a possibility that I was throwing out there.
How fast do we need the hair, guys?
Oh.
I like thinking outside the box, people.
That was really outside
Okay.
the box.
It was.
Wait, Kelly, because I'm taking notes. So Lux can blind people, and it can also disappear.
So it's like
right?
an overview of their abilities. Again, it's nothing specific. So, like, pretend that your specialty is that you are able to use knives. And I also have a specialty where I can use knives. What I do with knives is dependent on me. You might become a really great chef. I might become an assassin. But our specialty is both knives. So perhaps
Okay.
some lucks have been perceived as like blinding an entire room. Others have simply vanished. Some have done XYZ. Again, it's not like a data sheet. Like, here are all the specific abilities of the lux. It's kind of like, what are you doing with it? Does that make
Intriguing.
sense?
Okay. Yeah, it's like Gracelings. Okay, got it.
Yeah. So like you understand that it's got to do with light manipulation,
Okay.
but
But
like
like just like having the examples is still helpful too. Just like okay, cool.
okay.
I will share that information with the party so everyone knows that.
So we need sunglasses.
Potentially.
Okay. So after the first night, unless anybody else is planning to do something.
No,
This-
you kind of shut down my girlfriend hair idea.
Speaking of
I mean, let's
girlfriends, Alex might go check on
That played
his.
out exactly how I was gonna say. So Alex is gonna check on Alyssa.
Yeah, just throughout the day. Nothing major.
Sure. You would probably catch her at the greenhouses in her free time. Again, still assisting the professors in what's going on, prepping ingredients and such. So she'd be excited to see you. Like, oh hey Alex, it's good to see you. Yeah, I'm still helping them out. There's a lot of different potentially useful herbs and plants that we could utilize, but there's like an infinite combination of possibilities. We want a potion that's gentle on the system, but
Mhm.
also not addicting because it's dangerous.
Yeah. I'm just making sure that you're doing okay. Not
You're so
overworking
sweet.
yourself.
And she like brushes a kiss on your cheek and pats you affectionately, and she says, I'll see you at dinner.
Sure.
Okay.
Demetrius will continue at least once a day, either say hi or try to do some little small talk with Mariana.
She will nod at you if you say hi, but she kind of ignores you the rest of the time.
Okay. And I continue to be like, hey, you want to hang out later, kind of thing. Even if she shuts me down every single time, I'll just be like, hey,
Okay.
I'm gonna be consistent with that.
Okay. JB, so Nisbet reports to you the next morning. Like when you wake up, he's already, in his usual corner that's stuffed with overflowing with just this mountain, stacks and stacks of packages of cookies. And
In Cassandra's room? I don't think so. Because I'm
no,
camped
he's
out
in
in
your
Cassandra's
room,
room.
but you
Okay.
were sleeping in Cassandra's room?
Yep.
Oh, so then Nisbet would like be sitting on your chest when you wake up.
Okay. So what does he report?
Okay. Are you making sure that nobody's around listening before
Well, he's
you tell us to
invisible,
report?
right? So he can just talk to me.
Oh, when he talks to you though, do people hear what he says? Because invisibility is not the same as like cone of silence or whatnot.
Yeah,
Right,
but
right. So
you
his
also in
voice will be heard.
Cassandra's room.
So then everyone in Cassandra's room would hear what Nisbet has to report.
Right.
So
They just
I
don't see
think-
him. So you
I
just
think
hear
that-
a voice out of nowhere.
I think that you can talk to your familiar telepathically if you wish.
Let me find.
I can talk to it telepathically, but I
It
don't know
can't
if
Wait,
maybe you can. If it's within 100 feet of it, I can communicate with it telepathically. That would mean it would be able to talk back to me telepathically.
So, do you want Nisbet to communicate telepathically, or?
Oh yeah, if I can't keep
Oh,
him a secret, I
so-
would.
So the imp can form a telepathic bond with its willing master. As long as they're bonded, the master can sense what the imp senses as long as they're within a mile of each other.
That's further down the road. It's only 100 feet right now.
Oh, okay.
So that's fine. I want to keep him as much of a secret as possible. So he can just if he can get in the room, he can just talk to me. I'll get it in my brain.
Yeah. you
Okay,
can-
so telepathically.
Yeah.
Okay, so Nisbet has a report, master.
Well, tell me already.
The girl, she did not leave her room,
Very well.
but she did go to her door and stand outside of it for moments before leaving.
She just stand there. She do anything?
No, she put one hand on the door and rested her head against it, and after a couple of moments she walked away.
All right then. Thank you.
Does master wish for Nisbet to continue keeping vigilance?
Yeah, stay by that door, and if it opens, sneak in there like I instructed.
Yes, master. And then you see Nisbet fly out with his dainty little wings.
Yeah, just a heads up. You can
Oh yeah, I forgot about that
see
as a
through
thing that they can do.
see and hear through
Mhm.
his
That's
eyes.
my plan entirely.
Yeah,
He's like, I
Cool.
knew that.
making sure.
Okay. So
if
it's
you-
been one day. Again, you guys have all had shit nightmares. You all feel horrible. What's going on today, guys?
Either she's checking in with the ward, make sure they're still there, or that she's reinforcing them.
before we do, if John Baptiste says that tells us that she was back at the door, if we want, I can do another detect magic to see if there's any differences in the wards, or I don't know if James has a thing that Alex would definitely have.
I can do a thing once a day, but that's just I don't know if my theurge ability. Can I go go to her door and try and do the little picture frame thing again and see if I can. Does that still work?
Yeah, that's not a theurge ability thing. Well, your theurge has the knowledge to do this, so it's not to say that it's a theurge ability thing so much as just you know how to do certain spells versus other people don't.
Gotcha.
Can I clarify something from the imp?
Sure.
So the imp said basically she walked up to the door. The door never opened. She walked up to the door during the nighttime, leaned on the door, and then left, more or less.
Yeah.
So she didn't even go into her room. She arrived
Nope.
there. Okay.
Oh,
She did not go into her room.
Thank you.
The door
thank you for
never opened.
clarifying. Oh, interesting. So where is she sleeping? Okay, so tonight James is gonna follow her. We're gonna figure out where she's going. James, so I'd like to take one other person, and the rest of you stay with JB if something goes on here.
Yeah, JB's going to skip class and just stay in Cassandra's room.
Yeah, we need to get to the bottom of this. 'Cause if she's not
So-
staying there, where is she going?
Okay.
Whoever does go, Alex probably won't because of the whole chainmail thing.
Right.
But I will. But I do have enhance abilities still prepped. If we, I can still cast it.
How long does it last?
It
20
is
minutes?
concentration up to an hour.
Okay, cool.
And as long as I'm
cool.
chilling here with JB.
Yeah, you can just cast it on me. We can.
Okay,
So,
so James, are you soloing this?
He will if he has to, but he would like at least one other person. If no one volunteers, then
Everyone who is going with James, everyone is going to be rolling stealth.
yeah. So if you
'Cause-
stealthy,
So I'm not stealthy. I kind of want to go, but I too have chainmail, so I would either drop it. But also I kind of want to know what Cassandra wants to do then.
All right, Cassandra, do you want to go with James and be stealthy and try to stalk Mariana? Or do you want to stay in your room with everybody else?
That's a
while you
strong
guys
word, all right?
I would like to.
Um,
Wait, before you answer that, John
Mhm.
Baptiste does have a part B to his plan, so it will require. Well, it doesn't require, but before we all divest ourselves here, John Baptiste is going to add. So I was thinking about this. Should we get that door open, is there any spell or token that you all know about that we might be able to plant there to have access to what goes on in there, sound or sights? I know my imp can do it, but I'm not familiar with other tricks that all the magicians have around these parts.
Sadly, I do not have anything that I can, unless I can get a small animal, but that'd be kind of obvious. It can't turn invisible or anything cool. Like,
Well,
yeah, I don't have anything like that.
it's become aware that students can change or wall the doors themselves. Maybe there might be something we can discover that could give us this information or ability. And he's looking at Cassandra while he's saying this.
Yeah, I'll look. I'll look tomorrow. I spent my whole day today looking up disciplines and whatnot, and I found that thing about Mariana, potentially Mariana's discipline. I'll look tomorrow, but yeah,
if you
I don't have anything right now.
Well, this should be
Wait.
a new day, right?
Oh, is this a new day?
yeah,
Well, because the imp reported on what happened over the nighttime.
Oh,
so this is-
Yeah, so in the morning
okay.
it's a new
Yeah.
day.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Then Cassandra's gonna go to the library and go find it.
Sorry, what are you
Retcon.
looking for? My sister distracted me. She sent me a text message.
That's okay.
So
Looking
what are you doing research
for. Okay, what do you have in mind? Because I don't know exactly what you want.
I don't know. I mean, like some type of magical listening device.
Like a bug.
Yeah. Or heck, maybe we can get our hands on an actual bug. I don't know. Because if I can get the imp in there, you know, if the imp can bring something, if she finds the imp, maybe we have a backup plan or something along those lines.
yeah.
So I'm trying to think of.
I do have Beast Bond, but that's a creature, a very, very visible creature.
It has to be a visible creature. It
Well,
can't just be like a.
it's a beast that you touch that is friendly to you or charmed by you. If we can make it invisible for the short amount of time, then maybe. But
Well-
like that's the only other thing that I have that I can communicate with it.
Hold on. I just thought of something.
Yeah.
We may want to hold off on opening that door.
Why?
If she's not using it,
What's
to
There may be
inside?
something inside.
what's inside? Is she holding something inside?
Can someone?
Because I'm looking at my spells right now. I'm trying to see if I could be somewhat helpful, and I do have divine sense. I could probably try to figure out if there's something bad in there, but I also have detect good and evil. So which
Detect good
Those are
and evil
good
would at
things to
least.
have.
Yeah. I don't know how Kelly's gonna DM Divine Sense, but if it's through a wall, you won't be able to see it at all.
I would know the location.
But not through a wall.
Not through a wall. It is useless if it's behind any cover.
Okay,
I think
then
she said
I
that-
guess I would
that
have to
we've-
use.
Unless you
we've
hand wave
done.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we've
unless
done it in the past. Right, Kelly?
In other games, I don't think we've done it in this game yet.
I think she did it once for maybe.
For detect good and evil? Or
No Divine Sense. The ability to be able.
I don't think that's been used in this game so far.
No.
Also, Logan, you
Yeah.
have detect thoughts or something of the sort, right?
I do.
Can you do that? You can do that through walls.
I have to. I would have to double check, but I think I have to know or see the person. See what I'm detecting. Let me double check.
Oh yeah, you have to be able to see it. Darn it. Okay. Oh, you can also use the spell to detect. I don't know if yours is different. You can also use the spell to detect the presence of thinking creatures you can't see, When you cast a spell or as your action during a duration, you can search for thoughts within 300 or within 30 feet of you. Sorry. The spell can penetrate barriers, but 2 feet of rock, 2 inches of any metal other than lead, or a thin sheet of lead blocks you. So it doesn't say anything about wood.
Okay.
You can't detect a creature with an intelligence of 3 or lower, or one that doesn't speak any language.
Okay. Then I can use that on one of the days that we're stalking her.
Which spell again, Logan?
I'll try to use detect thoughts because I use that quite often. So.
Okay.
And
So
specifically, what Cassandra said, which was you can also use the spell to detect the presence of thinking creatures you can't see. When you cast the spell as your action during the duration, you can search for thoughts within 30 feet of you. The spell can penetrate barriers, but 2 feet of rock, 2 inches of metal, lead, so forth. So
Doesn't say anything about wood.
So when you cast the spell,
Mm-hmm.
you can't detect anything. Well,
Like-
you can't detect the presence of thinking creatures.
Okay, so it's
Actually,
not
that's
like,
very badly worded. You don't find anything with the spell. Let's phrase it that way, because I don't want to be misleading.
okay. Is it that it just there's nothing there, or is it like a silence?
You can't find anything.
And
Do you want
then-
to try it between like a different door? Maybe there's something that's warded in all of our doors for that.
Oh wait, where does she live? Or where's her room?
It's the
It's-
one marked with the
Our
teal.
room is the teal to the
Whose is
top
this?
left.
Whose is this room? Or this room?
Which room?
Not anyone that you guys know.
Talk to. The one's next to her.
I was gonna say if maybe it's her door that's blocked, but we could break through the wall.
Ah.
Um,
I think that might be getting a little over our heads here.
I know that was a side thing. All right. So I can't figure out anything for that, but I want to, for the fun of it, let me read this real quick. Yeah, this one.
So with this one, detect evil and good, you do not detect any aberration, celestial, elemental, fey, fiend, or undead within 30 feet. Hold on. I need to double check what consecrated and desecrated mean. Hush. No, you don't detect consecration or desecration.
Isn't that dead?
So, huh?
That's dead things, right?
That's what I'm thinking.
Consecration and desecration would be like if there's a
Consecration is
holy
like
place.
blessed with holy water. Desecration is like
Yeah,
if you
destroyed something that used to be holy.
Yeah. Thank you. I was like,
Mhm.
I feel like I know what that means, but at the same time, I feel like I don't. So let's double check that. Because I don't
Okay.
want to say something and be like, oh, wait a second, guys. My bad.
Yeah, so
would
like
be shitty.
technically, potentially, a church would be holy ground, so it'd be consecrated ground. But if someone like I don't know did a satanic
Grave
ritual
robbing.
there, yeah,
Or a satanic ritual.
yeah,
Well, depends on
and
what
I
kind
went
of
for the
satanic cult
extreme.
you belong to, I guess. But, okay. So what's next, guys? Because you guys have spent, an entire session arguing about whose hair you guys should steal. So, like, James, your inner theurge is becoming impatient. To say it nicely.
The question is, do we want to know what is behind that door?
Well, I think
We'll figure
Does
it out when
she-
we open it.
Wait, does she ever? Do we know from Nisbet if she does enter the room or not at all throughout the day?
Nisbet continues to report that every so often, Mariana comes up, does the thing where she places her hand on the door and kind of rests her head against it for a second, and walks away. The door never opens or closes.
When does she sleep?
where does she sleep? That's what James has found out tonight.
Right.
Oh,
Right, you guys are going to go trail her. We're going to figure out this door situation.
um,
I can go with.
Who's going with James again? Because nobody actually said I'm gonna go.
I have no stealth, but I feel like it's better if I go with him because I don't think I would be as useful with the door.
I have +2 to stealth. Whoever goes, I can give you dark vision.
John Baptiste can see in the dark and turn himself invisible.
John Baptiste, you should
Hold on
go.
Yeah, John
You were
Baptiste.
just holding on to that the entire time, weren't you, Cecil?
Not really.
Hey, by the way, I'm the most useful to do this.
By the way, I'm the most useful key. I'm the key
Can
to your entire plan and operation right now.
you
The
turn
thing is,
me?
if John Baptiste goes, then he can't. Then his
Communicate with Nisbet.
imp. Yeah.
Right.
Nisbet will be
Correct.
like, yeah. So he won't be able to keep watch for us.
No, but he can communicate to him up to a.
Not yet.
No, 100 feet.
Yeah.
100
Oh,
feet
100
for right
feet.
now. That's later levels.
Oh,
Back to the chain
Okay.
stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
then I can stay behind if JB wants to move, or if JB doesn't want to go with
Well, hold on
James,
a
I will
minute.
go with James.
If you can,
I could give invisibility to someone for an hour if required.
okay.
To-
And I can
to-
cast enhance ability on the other person who doesn't have invisibility, and both of them will have advantage.
just one other person, correct? Cecil.
Correct. I can only give it to one person. It would be me if I went, but I can bestow it on someone else.
Okay. Well then,
I can
James will
give up
go-
to 3 people dark vision.
Okay, so James just might go solo then, because that might be easiest.
Okay, so James, you're gonna go solo.
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay, roll me stealth.
Okay. Can I be invisible and all that fun stuff?
Yeah, John Baptiste will.
Perk me up, baby.
Yep, you got it. An hour of invisibility.
Yo.
And just in case you were to be found out, I'm gonna do enhance ability at second level, and I'm going to give you Eagle Splendor. So in case you get found out by her, you have advantage on all charisma checks.
Thanks.
Mhm.
And then I will myself cast see invisibility so I can follow her if invisible.
Great.
Okay.
So where are you perching yourself? Like, where are you staking? What's your stakeout spot that you're gonna hang in until you find her?
So, well, she comes by her door every day. So, well, I'm invisible. I'll just hang out like down the hall, just kind of like leaned up against the wall.
Okay, did you roll stealth already?
Oh no, I did not. Sorry, I will do
Okay.
that now.
You're rolling it at advantage.
That's yours.
Damn!
Oh my goodness. Good God, James.
Even with
Ah.
all of that,
Roll better, James.
Mm.
13.
we literally gave you all the best stuff, and you're still like,
No.
Yeah.
Did
Hey,
you-
roll me real quick. Roll me another 1d6.
Okay. I don't know what the D6 is for, and I don't like it, but there you go. I know there's 3.
Wow. Okay. Nothing happens.
Okay.
Unfortunately,
yay.
you've got your 13/invisibility. All right, James. So
Cool.
we'll do this sidebar with James real quick. So at some point, you see Mariana make her way up the stairs again. She does the same thing she's been doing, going to almost the checkup on her door before she leaves. And
Alright.
you notice as you follow her that she just makes her way over to the common area, purchase
Okay.
herself at the bar stool, and continues reading whatever book she's carrying.
Okay.
Let me pull her token out so that you
don't-
guys can see that.
Don't question, the book is invisible too, right?
She's not invisible.
Oh, she's not invisible?
Nope.
he wouldn't
she's-
be able to tell the difference. He has the
Oh,
invisibility on.
Oh, okay. Well, then the rest of you, if any of you are looking or peeking out or whatever, Nisbet would have seen her, told JB. So you guys, I'm assuming, would have
Okay.
group
so,
Yeah,
texted
we'd
each
know.
other or something.
Right. So while she's at the door doing her thing, she has not been invisible.
No,
Okay. All right.
she's regular
Mariana.
human
All right, cool.
formed,
Cool.
I guess.
All right. Can I see what book she's reading by any chance?
Not from that distance.
You're I didn't know where you were exactly. I will get as close as I dare
Okay.
and try and just peek.
Are you
over
trying to
and
peek
see.
over her shoulder?
Yeah, without touching her.
Okay. The book is called How to Win Friends and Influence People.
Damn it, Mariana.
Well,
All right, well, James will just sit there for most of the hour, say 50 minutes, and does she just sit there and read?
Yeah, she like sits there, settles in, and like doesn't move from her spot.
Are you boring? Yeah. I was hoping there's going to be more excitement, more intrigue, more.
I was
like,
hoping the book would be like how to conquer the world, destroy your
Yeah.
enemies.
yeah, how to summon a demon, you know. But no, freaking friends and influence bullshit. All right.
How to
What-
Win Friends and Influence People, aka an actual book.
What time of day is it?
It would be nighttime. Say like 10 o'clock. So people would be getting ready to go to bed, or they'd be quietly chit-chatting in the common room, but eventually people would start filtering out.
James will wait like 55 minutes and just wait. And
She does not move, aside from like the occasional sound of like a page turning.
okay.
Like there's nothing really exciting that happens.
Okay.
I feel like we would have done this like later at night, before, like after people have gone to bed. Like you mentioned that there's
so like maybe like 11 or 12.
yeah,
midnight?
because like if it's like when other people are around, there's no point in like trying to hide. You could just like sit in the common room
True.
and mind your own
Okay,
business.
that's fine. Say that it's like 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock. Like it's exactly what you're seeing now. She's calmly reading her book and sitting on her chair, and yeah.
Okay.
Huh.
Is there anyone else in the common room besides us?
Nope.
Okay. All right.
Not as far as you can see.
Does
Okay.
does James message us about this, or are we completely unaware?
James cannot.
Okay.
Wait, we can have our cell phones here,
Okay.
and your cell phone would be invisible. Yeah, we just can't have it outside of this area.
Yeah.
We
2020.
have-
I have waited 11
2021.
sessions for you guys to finally remember you guys have technology.
Oh yeah. Instead of just using
That's
magic for
because
everything.
Demetrius is
Yeah,
a
we're-
dummy, and he got his phone fried in the library.
Like we're like burning snow sponges.
So
okay, Dark
you
Witch
are
is so
like
nice.
quietly texting like, hey, so she's reading this book, and
Yeah.
that's it. I'm so bored.
Yeah. Basically how that goes. Okay. Does James know what these rooms here are? Are they like little conference
Those
rooms?
are supposed to be bathrooms, but David and I couldn't find stuff to furnish them
Gotcha.
with.
Okay, that's
So
fine.
we'll pretend that in the vein of J.K. Rowling, anything that happens here magically disappears.
Cool.
I'm kidding,
Jane-
but like these are fully furnished bathrooms.
Okay. So it's likely that she'll go up this way, right? If she ever goes back to her room.
Probably. Are you gonna hide in the bathroom?
I'm considering like posting up somewhere and just mark one eyeballing if she moves or anything.
Mark one what?
Just using my my old eyeballs just to see. Okay, so James will duck in the bathroom as the spell wears off. He'll text updates to the group now that he suddenly has access to his phone. He will
Suddenly.
ask the group if they think he should come back or continue to spy.
Or should one of us go out, act
That's
casually, and try to spark up a conversation?
that's what I'm gonna do. That's what
Oh,
I was thinking
God.
about doing. Demetrius is going to get into gym clothes and pretend he's going out for a jog.
Okay, all right.
At night.
At 1
1
a.m.
o'clock.
in the morning.
You
I
know what?
like it.
People do that. We call them gym rats. No offense to gym rats out there. I'm not super obsessed with working out. I like being
or-
fit, but like not I don't care for the big guns. So anyways, moving on.
I'm against working out.
God damn it, Betty. You go hiking like 12 miles a day on the island. That's
No,
not
I
working out. but
don't.
it's being said.
I sit in an office now. Okay, this is what happens when you get promoted. You no longer do the fun things. You sit
You know,
in an
it's funny
office all
because a
day.
couple years ago we were talking about this and you were complaining. You were like, it'd be nice until I get the office. And now you're in an office and you're complaining about not being out in the field. I
No, it's
remember
fine.
this.
I'm okay being in the office. I wanted this, but continue.
Okay.
This is off point.
Yeah, guys. So what's going on now? So you guys have tried to spy on You guys have spied on Mariana. So James, as the spell wears off, you're telling everybody what's going on. Your inner theurge kind of pops back into your mind's eye this time. Not really being polite anymore. Like previously, it was like he was knocking and like waiting for you to like invite him in, and now he's just like, "Hey, so what is the? How do you say it? Like, what's the holdup? What's going on?"
It's a work in progress. We're working it out. We've got several ideas and theories. Just hold
Okay,
on to
well,
your
the girl
hat if you
seems
have one.
really engrossed in this book. She's probably not going to go back to her room. And like you noticed, she doesn't, she doesn't really check up on the room all that often. There are several times throughout the day where we can undo this.
You are insufferable, you know that?
Well, it's a really easy spell. An amateur could do it, which is why I'm
Well,
having you do it.
Exactly.
Except you can't even do it because you still don't have the hair.
James just give one long sigh, mentally flip off his inner self. Then he will, as casually as
Look,
he can,
Your
exit.
friend said he was concerned about possibly monsters being trapped in there. I saw nothing about spells to contain creatures or evil of the sort. So, just in case you were concerned, I wouldn't put your physical body at risk because I I don't mind where I am right now. You're not the worst vessel to be in. So I have some vested interest in keeping you alive.
Well, I hope so.
And
James
it's
will,
not like we're going to be dealing with that entity again.
I sure hope not.
Although, if we do, well, that's the least of our concerns. Once you're dead, I am free.
Don't sound so cheerful. So James will just continue having this argument with himself, basically, as he'll head back to, I guess, Cassandra's room is the HQ for this stakeout.
Apparently.
All right, so kind of fun to be safe.
Yeah, my room's the closest, so it makes sense.
Yeah. So good. I like having him as a distraction. Now that we have phones, we can actually like text if she's coming back or anything. And then he'll pull out a pair of scissors, I guess, and start shearing his hair. Well, he goes out and talks to Mariana.
Okay. All right. So, James, you are preparing for the Gordian knot?
Indeed, yes.
Okay. So, Demetrius, you're going to pretend to finish a workout and go to the common area?
Yeah. So I
All right.
changed, and where's she located at specifically?
She is towards the bottom.
Down
The
here.
bottom right-ish? No, to the right. At the bar stool. No. On the bar stool. Like all the way to the right.
Right here.
No.
Here,
Her token is on
right
the
here.
Oh shoot. Okay. I was zoomed in too much. I couldn't see her.
Oh, yeah, it's a
Um,
huge map.
Okay. So I make my way all the way.
Is this happening simultaneously? Are you guys planning to forge the Gordian knot to
Yep,
open the
as
door right
soon as-
now while Demetrius is
soon-
distracting her?
Yep, as soon as he starts to leave, James starts shearing, and he will hold out the scissors to Alex / Cassandra. with
Okay.
Their hair.
So let's do this in two. Well, we'll go back and forth a little bit. JB, where are you during all this?
He's just sitting in Cassandra's room.
Okay,
To keep in
your
contact
token's
with
not in
him.
Cassandra's room, so I'll move you over so you guys are all together.
Fair enough.
Okay, so JB's just concentrating on Nisbet. Cool. All right, Demetrius, you're first. How do you do this?
Okay. So I approach her like I was working out or like coming back from a jog, and like
Okay.
saying, "Oh, hey, mind if I sit with you?" And I sit down. I don't even if she says no, I still sit down.
She ignores you. She keeps reading her book. You hear like the sound of a page turning as she turns the page and continues reading.
Is this an actual like bar?
Yeah. We'll say that
Okay.
it's stocked. Somebody stocks it. Don't know who.
Okay. I'm gonna go around the bar
Okay.
and essentially pretend to be a bartender.
Okay.
And I pour myself. I'm assuming there's no alcohol, or is there alcohol?
It is stocked full of non-alcoholic drinks.
Okay. I turn to her. I look down at the in the refrigerator or wherever, and I look up at her and I say, "You want me to get you something?"
No, thank you.
Come on, it's on me.
We don't
It's
pay for
on.
these drinks.
I'm aware.
Cool.
It's a joke.
But she goes back to reading her book and ignores
Okay.
you.
Fair enough. So I grab a water and I lean on